You ever seen fake kindness? Not just rude people. I mean the kind that looks holy until the camera shuts off? Downtown LA, Tuesday afternoon. The sidewalk buzzed with traffic, music from a nearby food truck, and the quiet rustle of tents along the edge of Skid Row. A few folks were curled up in sleeping bags, others sat in folding chairs watching the day go by. Then came Kenzie Monroe. She stepped out of her silver Tesla like she was on a movie set. Long fake lashes, a cropped white hoodie that said "Give Back" in gold print, and a pastel ring light tucked under one arm. Her assistant, a nervous guy named Trevor, followed behind carrying 2 white Whole Foods bags. "Start filming," she whispered, slipping her iPhone into the ring light. With a fake laugh, she skipped over to a man sitting against a graffiti-tagged wall. He looked up slowly, black hoodie, scruffy beard, eyes weathered but clear. "Hey guys," Kenzie beamed, voice high and bubbly. "I'm here downtown giving back to people in need because kindness matters. Meet this homeless guy. He's amazing." The man blinked. Okay." She reached into the bag, pulled out a fresh hoagie, a Gatorade, and a $100 bill, held them in front of him like a trophy. Marcus accepted the items slowly, confused but polite. She leaned into frame, smiling like she'd cured world hunger. "Remember, y'all, don't forget to give back. We're all in this together." She made a little heart with her fingers, and cut. Trevor tapped the screen. Then everything changed. "Okay," Kenzie muttered, yanking the sandwich back from Marcus. "We only brought 2, and I gotta film another clip down the block." "You can keep the cash, though." Marcus stared. "You serious?" She laughed. "Don't get greedy, babe, I'm on a schedule." She turned and walked away like nothing happened. But what she didn't know is someone else had been filming the whole thing. Not Trevor, not part of her team. A young woman across the street, sitting on a milk crate next to her dog, had watched the whole performance. Phone angled, recording silently. And she didn't cut when the sandwich got snatched back. She posted it online the same night. For about 12 hours, Kenzie Monroe was untouchable. The edited version of her Give Back vlog had dropped at 6 p.m. sharp, complete with soft piano music, slow-motion clips, and a tearful caption. "Helping those less fortunate reminds me how blessed I am. Gratitude, give back, faith in humanity." Within minutes, the video exploded. By 8 p.m., it had 40,000 likes. Comments poured in, "Queen of kindness. You have the biggest heart. This made me cry." Brands reposted her. Her manager texted her 3 times about a new skincare partnership. A journalist from Buzzline DM'd her for a quote on Gen Z social impact. Kenzie soaked it up from her penthouse balcony, sipping oat milk matcha and scrolling through the praise. Trevor smiled weakly from the couch. "You sure that was okay? Like, taking the food back?" She waved him off. "Relax. He got $100. He'll be fine." But across town, something else was building. The unedited footage captured by that woman across the street, account name Jessa Unfiltered, had started making the rounds. No music, no filters. Just raw footage of a man being used like a prop and discarded. At first it floated quietly, shared in group chats and story reposts. But by morning, it was a firestorm. The clip was stitched by another influencer who captioned it, "This isn't charity, this is exploitation." She took the food back. Then it hit Twitter, then Reddit, then TikTok drama accounts. #fake Philanthropy started trending by noon. Commentators pulled up other clips from Kenzie's channel, ones that now look suspicious. A supposed tip she gave a barista who never reacted. A clip of her donating clothes to a shelter, but walking out with bags still full. One creator even posted, "Kenzie Monroe has been running a whole charity cinematic universe, and not $1 has actually landed anywhere." By 2 p.m., Kenzie's comments were turned off. By 4 p.m., the skincare brand pulled their deal. That evening, Marcus sat on a borrowed couch in a quiet community shelter, watching the story unravel on a donated tablet. A local nonprofit volunteer, her name was Cynthia, sat beside him, shaking her head. "They're asking if you'll speak to the news," she said gently. Marcus rubbed his chin. "Didn't even want to be on camera in the first place." "I know, but this might help others who've been treated like props." He looked at her, tired but thoughtful. "All right, let's talk." Friday night. Lights, cameras, audience applause. Kenzie Monroe stepped onto the stage of the Impact Now social change panel in downtown LA. Sleek, black dress, flawless makeup, practiced smile. She was introduced as a rising voice in youth philanthropy. What the audience didn't know was that her team had begged the event organizers not to cancel last minute, despite the growing backlash. The event's live stream had over 20,000 viewers waiting. Kenzie sat on the panel beside a youth activist and a tech founder, nodding as they spoke about authenticity in giving. When it was her turn, she leaned into the mic. "Look, I know there's been a lot of chatter online," she said, smile tight, "but my heart has always been in the right place. Social media can twist things." A cough cut her off. From the middle row, a man stood up slowly. The camera didn't catch him at first, but the room did. It was Marcus. He wore a plain gray t-shirt and jeans. No grand entrance, just quiet, steady steps forward. The moderator blinked, confused. "Sir, we're not doing Q&A yet." "I won't be long," Marcus said calmly, voice steady. Kenzie froze. Some audience members started murmuring. Phones came out. The livestream comments exploded. "Is that him? No way. Oh, it's about to go down." Marcus faced Kenzie, but spoke to the room. "I'm the man from her video, the one she gave 100 to. And took the food back from." Gasps rippled across the auditorium. "I didn't ask to be in her content," he continued. "She didn't ask my name. She didn't care what I needed. She just needed a clip. Something shiny for the likes." Kenzie swallowed hard, voice shaky. I gave you money." "Yeah," Marcus nodded. "And then you took the sandwich back like it was a movie prop." Kenzie turned to the moderator, desperate. This is out of context." But Marcus didn't flinch. "She calls it giving back, but giving doesn't mean using people. Giving doesn't need a camera." A spotlight felt like it dropped from the ceiling. The room went dead silent. Marcus looked directly at the moderator now. "Y'all call this a panel on impact, but you invite someone who fakes generosity for engagement. What message does that send?" The moderator stammered. This wasn't, Kenzie stood, eyes wide. "I've done good things. That was one moment, taken the wrong way. People mess up." Marcus tilted his head. "One moment, or the moment you got caught?" Boom. The audience murmured louder now. Some people clapped, others shifted awkwardly. Kenzie looked like she'd been slapped. Then her phone buzzed, twice, 3 times. Her PR manager backstage was signaling to get off now. The moderator cleared her throat. "Okay, we're going to pause this segment. Cut the stream, please. Can we get a..." The camera feed went black, but the damage was done. Clips from the confrontation hit TikTok within minutes. The raw video was reposted hundreds of times. That was one moment, became a viral meme. Even news outlets ran with the story. Homeless man confronts fake philanthropy influencer at live event. Crowd stunned. By morning, Kenzie's brand deals were gone. Her account was shadow banned. And Marcus? He wasn't trending because he was angry. He was trending because he told the truth and said what so many were too tired to say. 3 days later, Kenzie Monroe sat on the edge of her designer bed, phone in hand, staring at her screen like it had betrayed her. The sponsors were gone. Her last post had more clown emojis than likes. The Give Back merch line she'd rushed into production? Cancelled. Refunds demanded. Even her manager had stopped responding. She opened Instagram. Her follower count was still dropping. 1,200 gone in the last hour. She tapped Go Live, hovered, then backed out. For the first time in her influencer life, she didn't know what to say. Across the city, in a quiet community center, Marcus sat in a folding chair under a banner that read, "Real change starts small." The room was modest, but full, half volunteers, half folks from the neighborhood. Cynthia, the volunteer who first helped him, stood beside him, smiling proudly. "He doesn't like the spotlight," she joked to the group, "but we finally convinced him to speak." Marcus chuckled. "Just don't point no ring lights at me." The room laughed. He cleared his throat. "I didn't come here to be famous," he said. "I came here because someone turned my dignity into a clip, but y'all turned it into something better." He looked around the room. "Thanks to this place, I've got a roof, a job stocking the food pantry, and I've seen more real generosity in this room than I ever did online." One of the volunteers raised a hand. "You gonna start your own platform now?" Marcus smiled faintly. "Nah, I ain't here to go viral. I'm here to make sure when someone gets helped, they don't end up on camera for it." The crowd clapped, not because he performed, but because he meant it. And that, it turned out, was more powerful than any post. You can fake a smile, you can fake a post, you can even fake a giveaway, But you can't fake character. Kenzie Monroe built a brand off borrowed compassion, off good deeds done for views, not people. She turned someone's struggle into a backdrop, someone's dignity into content. And when the mask slipped, the world saw what was really behind the ring light. See, kindness doesn't need an audience, generosity doesn't come with a caption. And if your help disappears the second the camera does, that wasn't help at all. It was performance. Marcus never chased followers. He didn't try to clap back. He just told the truth. Calm, honest, unbothered. And the world listened, not because he was loud, but because he was real. So here's the truth. Being seen as good is not the same as being good. And eventually, the difference shows.